never meet him. This is my season, jacket be bright as a bitch. Finding me simple as breathing. You ain't my bro, we is not close. You be on we be like nope. I don't know who keep giving you hope. Learn one thing, you don't want smoke. Look at my crib, look at my bitch. All on my page, right on my dick. You can make noise, let's hope that it stick. They hit tracks like why don't this click? Squid game, I seen the money and shit change. Now I'm surrounded by big names. Rip through his skull, now it's wicked. I never cared if they listen or not. I've been posted, I'm never gonna switch lanes. Those man, I do not barely. Just look how I actually scare me. I call this bitch with the pipe out. Check the last call, I don't lie about. None of the hoes I be fucking. So me so bad, I'm like timeout. Shit be so twist like Junji. Way too explicit to type out. I be with several more switching them out of rotation. We back at the hideout. You can get treated. You get to talk to yourself, but what has be talking to demons. See how I treat them. People get close to the sword and start reaching, and I'ma delete them. Season they free. Few niggas hate me, but I don't know why, cause I ain't never meet them. This is my season. Jacket be bright as a bitch. Finding me simple as breathing.
UFO got a domino table in his space bound with Dominican. You ain't put it forward, you ain't gon' hit again. Whole red through, bitch, I ain't feeling her. So I'ma hit her friend. For the dope fiends, we got new things. Protecting them, my corpse move like Wu-Tang. West side, but the blade we're far east. Dual wheel cleavers cutting raw meat. Crime scene look like blood demon up, but the cops ain't never gon' see it. We ain't new, but anyway, foot pass, so the police ain't know where we be at. Jewels on not the deal, they ain't try to shit. I want diamonds only, you want modest shit. Live the word of God, had a teacher. Nate Dogg, R.I.P. the preacher. Black or white diamonds, it don't really matter. We see it, we take it. This ain't a day shit. 3 hoes with me and they giving service like they be a waitress. Bitch, I'm a player. Life is a game, I done got to the top of this shit, elevate. And know that they hate. That boy won't be 50, so we send him shots like to see if he make it. He ain't gon' make it.
You get to talk to yourself, but what has be talking to demons. See how I treat them. People get close to the sword and start reaching, and I'ma delete them. Season they free. Few niggas hate me, but I don't know why, cause I ain't never meet them. This is my season. Jacket be bright as a bitch. Finding me simple as breathing.
Gamers, welcome back. This is Monday, late evening, I want to say. We're here for not a long time. I'll preface that right now. Because, even though we just coming back from the weekend, I had family over. So, and with the way their busy schedules was, it just took them a while until like today to come by. So we'll be here. We're playing Pokemon Academy, if you couldn't tell by the title. And we're going to be here for maybe an hour or two, give or take. So, with that said, I hope you'll join us either before or after stream, whatever time you're watching this. We do have our sub goal, so if you aren't subscribed or leave a like, feel free to do that. Ooh, let's see here. Alright. I think last time we left off we had that pink-haired girl, I can't remember her name, take our MC on a date, so we will be doing that after classes, I assume. What's her dark type at? 20? Yeah. Go to dark class. Okay, so about Pokemon that are dark type. You studying something new? I'm trying, man. General studies. Edmund, head up. Instructor Karen. When I study about hiding your intentions, you've started to be a bit more subtle. Really? I didn't even notice. Guess I was even being more subtle than I thought. What really helps you hiding what you're doing next? Acting classes? Actually, yes, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Glasses. Huh? Glasses are very versatile. Just putting them on, it can reframe your face, giving you an entirely different appearance and vibe. And black glasses with dark shades hide your eyes, preventing your opponent from knowing what you're looking at. This strategy works well for Pokemon too. A simple pair of black glasses can increase your dark type affected moves by 10%. I never would have guessed. Do you have any I could use? No. Oh. But if you pass my exam, I'll teach you how to make them. Okay, let's do it. Glad to hear it. She said she's what? She will be using a dark type. Called her. Alright. Your Pokemon battle with finesse and grace. And me? Don't go begging for compliments, it's undignified. Jeez. You get a pair of dark glasses. You feel kind of like Mafia. I'm on a mission from God. Ah, don't get ahead of yourself. You're a few challenges away from a big A noticing you. Oh boy. Welcome back, class, ladies and gentlemen. As I recall from my first class, Baron Lawrence Phobes III mentioned you as a niece that would be joining us this class. I'm afraid I don't see you, Miss Phobes the third. Would you please stand up? That's not how titles work. Is she not here? I don't see her. Yeah, there's no one new here, Professor. Well, I suppose I'd better get started then. I want to give as much time for the possible exams as possible. Let's see, I was talking about coverage. Oh yes. One often wants to coverage moves to cover a wide range of possible opposing types, hitting as many possible for the least neutral damage as possible. Electric and ice, ground and rock are particularly reliable combinations, as exemplified through their combinations of Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, along with Earthquake and Stone Edge, respectively. Another technique that cannot be obviously ignored, speaking of coverage moves, is Hidden Power. Being a move learned by most every Pokemon, it also has a move that can be any type. Curiously, a Fairy type Hidden Power has not been able to manifest in some regions, but in Kobakon it's been observed commonly. Frankly, we're not sure why though. Also, hello, good to see you, Albino. I'm doing alright. Just hanging out. Doing a short stream today. Making quota. Ooh. Hopefully you're doing alright. There are theories that Hidden Power draws its power from hidden legends of a region, or Pokemon of immense power, that watch over and guard various regions. There simply aren't many Fairy-type legendary Pokemon to be found in other regions, perhaps explaining why the Hidden Power are unable to be drawn from. This theory somewhat breaks down when one considers Kalos, though. You're doing good? That's good. That's what we like to hear. And of course, we'd be even more hard-pressed to name a Fairy-type legend that lives in Kobakon. Excuse me. Never mind the proof of its existence. This may just be one of... excuse me. Again. This may just be one of those mysteries we'll have to wait for an instructor Valerie to reveal someday. Oh, apologies for the tangent. I've been trying to avoid that. In any case, there are two things that you should know about this test. Every opponent will have an ability to Wonder Guard instead of whatever abilities they normally have. As a reminder, Wonder Guard prevents non-super effective damage from directly damaging moves. The second thing is that it does not matter if your Pokemon faint, as long as you have one Pokemon left standing at the end Of course, that's not the only true in a hypothetical essay battles such as this. Such a philosophy would be looked on with some concern by Instructor Karen if you were to try it in a real battle. Right, with that coverage, please take your pencils and remember this will be graded. Alright, I'm gonna save Scum real quick. Don't mind me. Oh, I suppose I didn't need to say that at every quiz, but then... I'm sorry, Class 1B, this is one point where I am really just an old man such in his ways. I don't think I physically can stop saying that. Oh well. Good luck. Alright. We have Espeon, Electabuzz, a Stenny, or a Wigglytuff. That's just a grass type. Can't miss. May confuse. What's my speed at though? 130. Excuse me, students are currently taking a test. No, it's a Melody. Lawrence told me you'd be expecting me. What's the problem? Oh, you are? You're Miss Phobes? No. It's Melody. Then Melody, you should be in your uniform right now. Yeah, whatever. Melody walks in the desk in the corner of the room and ignores the chair, sits on the desk, bobbing her head to some unseen tune. You couldn't have it at a worse time for Old Man Oak. You attempt to turn your attention back to the test, but Melody's dramatic entrance continues to distract you from your ability to focus on the test. Oh God. I do not understand. So what are we doing? My students are currently taking a quiz and it's very important to coverage of moves. Seriously, first week of material? It's what, like end of 2 months? Guess you're that teacher folks told me about. Miss Melody, keep your voice down. You're trying not to distract the students. Of course, real battles are well known for being quiet, distraction-free environments. Brilliant. What are you even doing? You frustratingly attempt to turn your attention back to the test, but noise, aggravation, presence continues to distract you from your ability to focus on the test. I'm just gonna load. That's. Why? Why is it faster? I feel like I should just keep on reloading just to see what works, because I feel like at this point I'm just gonna be trial and error. Especially with Melody coming into class, it's just gonna fuck up the whole vibe. Oh fuck. Load. Signal beam. All right. I can't even see which type it is. Alright, Wigglytuff. Miss Melody, please wait until this is over. We can discuss this after class. This doesn't seem fair. Are you going to? Good. Fuck. Alright, Wigglytuff. Come on. I tried. I should have tried something else. Signal beam. Oh. Oh shit, I cannot use bag now. Load. There we go. Uh... Gyro ball. Load. Alright, confusion. Fight, I should have done Zed headbutt, but and what I haven't tried were against the Doug trio. Alright, there we go. I'm afraid that's all the amount of time students. What? No, I totally didn't finish because Melody was so distracting. Deep breaths, deep breaths. That was bullshit. I barely had time to finish. And crap, Scraggy's fighting dark type, isn't it? Dark fighting actually, but that doesn't actually really matter. I thought it was a fighting dragon. I guess I should have stuck with it. Instructor Claire's a bit longer. I think I did alright, but everyone else had much harder time. And right when Sam tried to turn things around, the entire classroom staring daggers at Melody. Miss Melody, you know the quiz is over. You could come to the front of the classroom and introduce yourself. Nah. Miss Melody, I've been extremely patient to ask for your modicum of respect. Nah. You're asking me to do something stupid, so I'm not going to. Introducing myself, everyone knows who I am. I'm Melody. Mark it, memorize it. This is the part where you call me the CD, by the way. The CD? Disciplinary committee? Did you not get it? Miss Melody, I acquiesce to your request to remember your name, but there's one thing I will not tolerate. I will not let you forget. I'm Professor Samuel Okaido Oak. I'm an investor of the Pokédex. I'm an inventor of the Pokédex, and that you carry with you. I resigned as Kanto League champion from 1966 to 1970. I am the grandfather of the battle team member, and the teacher of 4 other students who were on the battle team. You may disagree with my methods personally, but my personality or reputation, but I will not tolerate any further conduct with that disrespect my students. Finally, I may become accustomed to a certain level of respect from my students. I do not ask you to be my fan, but you have made your point. No further elaborating is necessary. No other further elaboration is necessary. Okay. I don't hate you or anything. More than any other teacher. Anyway. Splendid. Well, Professor Oak was a champion. Dude, you didn't know? Crazy buddy. What's even crazier is that Melody chick. She was a student before, what? That's her problem. You know, I heard her grades were so bad last year that she had to threaten the teacher that she was kicked out. Oh no, I heard something way different. I heard that she was kicked out of a different school for attacking a student. And we're only taking her back because Lawrence is paying triple. Weird, hearing people spread rumors like that about someone else. Honestly, it's kind of a relief, but maybe I should say something. Not my place myself in the line of fire. Maybe this will draw some attention away from me. Take a quick look over Melody. You can't even tell if she's looking in your direction with those sunglasses on. She's sitting on the desk. Well, I believe that covers everything that we need to address in today's lesson. I'll have these tests graded and back to you by tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your day, everybody. Gramps, we need to talk. No, it's not the best time. There's no such thing as a best time. We need to talk now. Very well, please come meet me in my laboratory. What do you think that was about? Beats me. Sound the horns because I got a report for you on the status of our date. Let me guess, a meteor hit the cafe and we had to delay it in? Good sir, I am shocked and appalled, but honestly that's completely fair. That you just had the shittiest luck setting this up. But nah, it's nothing like that. Just that everything's still on the track for Wednesday. Great, looking forward to it. I hope the wait was worth it. I've been trying to think really hard about something I thought you'd like, but we're very different people. I might be completely off base, though. I don't think you will be. We may be different people, but I like spending time with you. As long as we're doing something together, I'll be enjoying myself. Keep busting out those lines. Like that, Professor Oak will need to call the disciplinary committee on to break up PDA. And I'm well known for my adherence to and compliance with their ethics, so naturally this is not a appealing proposition for me. Your sarcasm is the hottest thing about you know that? And here I thought it was my ability to recite every Pokemon in the Pokedex order. Actually, that's incredibly dorky, and I like my men to be meatheads, whose internal monologue is the sound of the the sound of a sliced bread falling over. You're thinking about it now, aren't you? Yeah, I'm trying to picture what that even sound like. Perfect. I didn't think it was possible, but you got even better, I guess. So you're angling for that second date early. Oh, that reminds me, I actually have a date tomorrow. Whoa, seriously? I should probably shouldn't admit this, but I was kind of hoping I'd be your first date this year. Sorry. Oh no, that's completely fine. I mean, I did push this off for 4 weeks, and I kind of knew that something would probably happen in the meantime. Well, who's the lucky person? Oh, Clara, I think you know her. Clara? You seem surprised. A little, yeah. I just had no idea that she was that way. But that's great. I don't know her super well, but from what I do know, she's a really great girl, super kind and smart. And the Galarian accent is so posh and cute. She's actually taught my Ivysaur special move that the instructor Koga came up with. I didn't really want to attend class personally, but it helps me out. Yeah, I can totally see it. Hope you two have fun. We'll do our best. Speaking of which, I should head out. See you back at the dorm. See ya. You depart. Oh, come on, one day I was beaten by one day, actually. The early bird catches the worm leaf. Hey, if you want some advice on setting a date that'll sweep him off his feet, I got some literature I can recommend. Nah, I know what I need to do. It's just embarrassing. Ooh. You try to put melody out of your mind as is out to enjoy the free time without interruptions. You're still quite hungry though. But then where's my boy Ethan? You've been wandering halls aimlessly for a while you're suddenly hit by a strong wave of exhaustion. I've been doing so much, burning at the candle at both ends. Maybe I should go to bed and call it early. Oh hey buddy, easy with the biting. What's that about since you... I'm gonna... Careful, we got a bit early. Geez, don't worry, I'm fine, just tired. Something about the casual dismissal sticks in your mind. Your thoughts wander to where you've been... where you heard that phrase before. Geez, don't worry man, I'm fine, just tired. Maybe I should find Ethan. But where is he? It's weird that I don't have his phone number after all this time. Look at your dorm where if you so unconsciously take you. No way, you couldn't actually be. Hey man, you're back early. You are too? Nah, I usually get back to the dorm early. After classes I pretty much just come back here. Anyway, what's the occasion? Are those students here looking for one of them? No, I just thought we could chat. That's never good. Is it an intervention? I swear my gotcha habit is under control. These are hard choices. I can quit anytime. No, dude, I just wanted to chat. Seriously, I remember that we talked to... Or we had that in Argent Mountain and I realized we don't hang out enough. Wait, what's a gotcha habit? Should I be concerned? Wait, you don't know what gotcha is? No. That's crazy. My first gotcha game was literally invented by a Kanto region man. Dragonite collection. I feel like I'm missing out. Oh no, honestly, it's pretty great. Once you know what it is, it's totally a psycho hazard. Better you never learn. It's like the game, which I just lost. You know, I thought we were basically identical, but it's starting to sound like our childhoods may be a bit different than what I thought. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I figured it. Turned out we had the same kind of childhoods. I'd probably have to order some kind of genealogy test just to be sure. I'll be honest, that thought has occurred to me before. Ethan looks down at his phone and quickly taps a couple places on the screen. Alright, I set up my macros, so for the next 20 minutes, my photo will just be running my dailies. I recognize some of those words. I cannot believe that the developers actually expect people to do it manually. They have no respect for the players' time, seriously. Anyway, let's chat. I kind of think I get the gist of your childhood, but why didn't you recap it for me? Sure, honestly, there's much more that I tell you I didn't tell you on the first day. I grew up in Valentine, had a bunch of friends until Blue had to be a dick to tell everyone about friend energy. That's rough, buddy. Tell me about it. Still dealing with the fallout of that one. So just me and my mom. So actually she doesn't make a lot of money, works at the call center based out of Saffron, but her job's remote. So she doesn't have to leave home. Anyway, what about you? You said you grew up in a New Bark town, right? Yeah. Never had to deal with the money thing though. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's just part of life. Maybe I learned some lessons growing up poor. Maybe about that. I would have ended up a total prick. Maybe. I find that sometimes bad things just happen to good people for no reason though. But then you have to define good and bad. And that's just a level of philosophy I'm not prepared to get into yesterday's pajamas. Oh, you're just wearing your regular clothes though? As our old roommate Hilby would say, your power of observation of obvious are unparalleled. Dude, you shouldn't keep sleeping in your clothes. Tell me you at least took your socks off. I cannot tell a lie. Dude. It's no big deal. Like, do I smell? I mean, I haven't smelled you recently. You tend to superstitiously take a closer step to Ethan. You better not be to sniff me, dude. You tend to superstitiously step back away from Ethan. No, you're right. Sorry. I know it's a bit gross, but just seems like a bit wasted switching outfits, you know? That's alright. Man, maybe I can be a bit strong. My mother used to have a real thing about getting up every day, changing clothes, going outside, talking to neighbors, getting out a bit of sunshine. Don't know if there's anything, any science behind it, but those little rituals always made the days feel full, I guess. Even though Paltown was quiet, empty, even having something to do every day helped make time pass by. Glad it worked out for you. I never really had anyone push me like that in my life. There was Chris, or Professor Cherry, but I mean, she was my babysitter. It's not like babysitting can be around the time like a mom. Or babysitter can be all around all the time like a mom. And then she went away for a couple years anyway. I'm sorry. Can't miss what you never had, right? Who knows? Maybe it would have been worse for me. You don't mind me asking, what about your parents? Dad's the only one their mom doesn't live with us. He makes a lot of money, but Dad sends her like 10% of every paycheck. He makes her divorce lawyer pretty good. Supposedly, she's saving money for me, but if she's not coughing it up to help pay for literally the most expensive school in the world, I'm pretty sure we're never going to see it. So it sounds like you're comfortable. What's your dad do? Mayor of Goldenrod. Sorry? Mayor of Goldenrod, dude. He's the mayor of Goldenrod. I mean, my great whatever grandpa founded these cities, so it's kind of family business. Oh my god, your last name's Gold. Yeah, you got it. Confession time. I love seeing that look of realization on people's faces, but yeah, that's it. The city's named after my ancestor of mine, actually. Also lends itself a pretty easy, shameless pickup line, I'm sure. You can guess them. Yeah, I think you're just ruined Goldenrod for me. You're lost, my guy. But didn't you say you grew up in New Barktown? If your father is the mayor of half the region anyway, how did you work that out? That's why Professor screw it. Just call it Chris. Anyway, that's why Chris and I spend so much time together. Sometimes I'd go to Professor Elm's lab and play there. Most of the time I'd keep myself entertained, though. I figured out how the internet worked pretty young. Looking back on it, that was a blunder, but at least I wasn't bored. Sometimes there was someone else. So yeah, didn't spend a whole lot of time with my dad. He's a cool guy, though. We chat online a bunch. You mentioned marrying was a family business. You think you'll go for it? Could you seriously see me as a politician? I guess I'm a bit more patriotic about Johto than the average Joe, but nah, I don't have much attachment to Goldenrod, honestly. I've only been there a couple times to visit my dad, and one time with Chris when we were checking out on her sister. Why don't you just live in Goldenrod, though? Dunno, man. Oh. Hey, come on, don't give me that kicked hound door look. I had an entire house all to myself, and it's not like I was being ignored, like I said. Dad and I would chat. Often. How often? Well, we're getting a bit interrogative now, aren't we? Inspector Foyle, I don't know, maybe. I don't know, man. Like, you know, often. I still don't look at you like that, dude. Sorry. Nah, I'm just a bit grumpy. Sorry about that, man. Didn't get enough sleep last night, right? Just fine. I'm fine, just tired. How long have you been tired? Bit of a question about almost 10 years at this point. Okay, maybe that's the thing that... Maybe this is a weird question, but that's just a weird answer. 10 years exactly? No, almost 10 years. Okay, that's not what I was asking, but how can you be specific? What happened 10 years ago? Beats me, man. But you can say exactly when it happened? Yep. You want to talk about it? Only if you want to. I'm asking. Your funeral, my guy. When I was a kid, I was better. I remember it was better. It was easier to get myself to do things. I was smarter, friendlier, even kinder. I remember who I was, and even in the past, clear as glass, but now I'm this. And I don't know what happened. I used to say, I know, oh, he's so pleasant to have in class, he'll be a professor someday. They tried to move me up a grade a couple times. I had tons of friends, man. Sure, that's hard to believe, but even other stuff like patterns, I'm crap at recognizing patterns, figuring stuff out by myself. Those dumb questions I ask to get a laugh. Half of those aren't even jokes, man. To figure something out, I gotta sit down and spend like 10 minutes on it. It used to be wisdom math, and I could read a whole book in an afternoon. 300 pages, easy. Now I barely know how to divide. And I haven't really read anything since without pictures in it for years. I can tell my own Pokemon are angry at how I command them in battle. It's like, they expect more of me, and I expect more of myself too, man, I don't want to be screwed up in everything I do. And I know that I have more in me because I used to be better. But then I just lost it. I just don't know what I lost. But some kind of ache. I used to have a fifth limb and now it's gone. Nah, shit, sorry, I didn't mean to trauma dump on you like that. I struggle to find the right words. Perhaps there are no words alone that could be alright enough. Can you do me a solid and just forget the conversation ever happened? Never. Huh? Never, I'm not gonna forget this. I'll never forget any part of this. Great. I'm so sorry you feel like this, Ethan. If there's anything I can do to help anyway, I can show you how cool you are. Now and then. Dude, we're talking, that's a huge help. I don't mean talking. I don't mean something like, something I can say to make you feel better. I'm asking about something I can do to help you actually feel better. I don't know. I think there's anything that can be done, dude. It's all in my head. Let's be real. I'm actually hoping I got some kind of problem so that maybe someday a genie could just snap his fingers and do it, I just gotta get over it. Hey, stop talking about my friend like that. Hey, I'm just talking about... Oh. I see what... I see. That's what I'm talking about. It took me a second to figure out what you were saying there. Back in the day, that'd be done boom easy as pie. Anyway, if there anything that could be done, yeah, I'd go for it. But there isn't, my guy. I'm thinking. Godspeed. You notice this happened almost 10 years ago, right? Yeah? Do you remember anything else that happened around that time? No, not really, man. I was pretty young. Kinda got shit memory on a good day. Even for stuff that happened yesterday. I think a decade ago, a bit out of reach. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let's look it up. Huh? I got a horrible memory for dates and events too, so if we look something up that happened 10 years ago, 1993 to 1995, then maybe. Something will remind you. What, you're just gonna look up world events that happened 2 years prior and just see if they remind me of anything? It doesn't sound a bit excessive, but they don't need to be world events. There's something that happened in New Barktown around 10 years ago. You didn't go anywhere, did you? Not often, like I said. Chris and I sometimes visit Goldenrod. Honestly, though, I could have been in a few places. I traveled a lot. Back then, always volunteering for stuff. And signing up to go places. School had a ton of field trips, or we'd go with Professor Elm. I even went to other regions. That sounds familiar. Have you told me that before? Nah, this is the first time I mentioned it. There was one field trip our class took to Pallettown when we first bumped into each other. That's something I nearly forgot about. That was 10 years ago. Dude, I have no idea. Like I said, my memory is crap. I could ask my dad where. Actually, he probably wouldn't know where I was. Tell you what, next time all three of us have some free time, let's ask Chris. Chris? Yeah, her mind's like a steel trap. She never forgets anything about anyone. She'd remember where I was even if she never knew. Alright. We'll get to the bottom of this. Really nothing to get bottom of, dude. I'm just a loser. The sooner we both accept it, the sooner we can move on from it. I'm not moving on. You're a fun kid. You're a fun, kind, and handsome guy. If you can't see that, there's something very wrong here. I mean, I've been trying to figure that out myself for a decade. If you managed it before the school year's over, I'd be a little pissed, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, maybe there's just another way you're better than me. At least I can hope. Bolt starts coughing up something. He's got Cinderquill, Quilava, and Happy Palm. Yellow is overjoyed. You're saying that all... You sure you're alright? Saying alright? Do you not believe me? No, I believe you well enough. Just... You know, being an influencer and all, I've heard my fair share of digs about myself. These aren't just rumors, Rehan. I was here last year. I saw her. Fair enough, yeah. I was trying to keep an open mind, though. Seems like some kind of mild disagreement. Hey, what's up? Evan, how you doing, man? Can't complain. What are you talking about? Who else? Melody. So you're just trying to convince me that Melody's pretty much the devil herself. Of course, I trust I saw you a bit. But you get the DMs of everyone of my haters, and I'd sound pretty off myself. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Ask anyone who else was here last year. Well, I suppose I could, but... Look there. Raleigh? Antonio, what's up? It's Melody, Rihanna. You isn't believing what I'm telling you about her. Oh, jeez, yeah. That's been a big pain in my ass already. No less than 3 years ago, she was less than 3 reports about her already. And those are only the ones that the disciplinary felt needed our attention. Of course, there's a little to do about the elevation of issue with Dean Dryad. Why did they give him such Australian or like British slang, bro? This is too much. You does not strike me as the British type. You mean she's actually got a problem? Or you mean she's actually got that much of a problem? Well, as the acting student council, we should not tell stories that paint the students under our responsibility in a negative light. I'm totally gonna do it anyway. Brawly. Just one, you know, the one I love telling. One supposes that a dry recounting of the facts would be not out of line for preparatory purposes. I feel as though I opened the door to something I can no longer close. Excuse me, Roxy. Alright, now you three listen up. Big Brother Bro is gonna teach you to y'all how the seafarer's tale that will chill you to your bones and any more than any other story about Sharpedo or dead waves could. Should we grab some popcorn? Rehan, be serious about this. It's a matter of survival. Brawly, remember? Recount only facts. Let us not speculate on possibly other misdemeanors. Given Melody's rep sheet, it's hardly need an embellishment. Hey, clear the air. I'm about to get into my groove. By all means. By all means. Last year I shared a class with Melody. Just one. We didn't homeroom together. But we had an elective together. We were talking with Instructor Juan's elective. Oh yes, I remember Instructor Juan. Not ringing a bell. You taught water type classes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and he was the teacher of Instructor Wallace's mentor, instructor of Instructor Wallace. He's a teacher of Instructor Wallace. Mentored him, apparently, not in Kobacon, but back in Horn. In a Pacifid log. You mean Scootopolis? Do I? You do. Damn, it's been so long I tried to remember to figure out how to pronounce that. Anyway, it's an important part. That part isn't important. Melodia and I took Instructor 1's elective together. And what I saw in the class, some people were just bad apples, you know. Well, you know, a bunch of... You know, for spoiling a bunch of... Unless I immediately removed it from the barrel. She hated Instructor 1. That's speculation. Nah, she straight up hated him. Dude would get in arguments all the time. Melody would even start screaming in class. And even kicked her out of class a ton. Pretty sure her grades were in the toilet, and she was pretty angry. He wasn't bending the rules for her. Please remove the speculation from the record. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, Instructor 1 just straight up disappeared. And I'm not pointing fingers, but there's only one person who hated him enough to make that happen. You make it sound like he was kidnapped or something. We know where he is. He's running the Scootopolis gym. But he disappeared from his teaching position without a word explaining it to the class. We as student council had a field ton of confusing questions. We as a student council had a myriad of questions about where he was and what his students should do. Damn, what happened? I stepped in. Not much of a water teacher, mostly focused on fighting types, but the class was like totally sunk without someone in charge. He was very notable. I only taught that class for like a week. Then Chef Kofu came in until Instructor Wallace decided to try teaching. His students seemed very happy, but it's an irresponsible choice. He chooses to hold the livelihoods of futures and the futures of their students in their hands. Not something to do on a whim. Well, Roxy's a Steven fangirl. She took it very personally when Wallace trounced him. Speculation. So Melody got a teacher fired? I mean, that's pretty bad, but... Baton pass, Brody, I'm up. Got it. You've only begun to hear the start of the story. And this is where it gets grisly. Brody attends class with 3 women of unparalleled beauty. Yes, Roxy, something you'd like to say? unparalleled beauty. It's unfilterable, unverifiable matter of opinion. My mistake, perhaps. You could, you would forgive me if I simply applied that description to you instead. Well, it's still subjective. They were known as the Sensational Sisters. Their names were Daisy, Lily, and Violet. And most of the girls, popular girls in school were solid Teflon. Never bothered, never harassed. Truthfully, I never have given anything to one of them. But I suppose I was doomed to their shadows given the name not Flower. Is that your last name is Magnolia? It's not the same. Feels like the same to me. Yes, they were trying. They were powerful, practiced, and perfect. We as student council were often forced to negotiate with them, given their sway over popular opinion. But I see the tower up. I set the tower up now, and just to make its eventual destruction even more poignant. Melody managed to steal their boyfriends. That's not confirmed. Whatever, that's or the case after another one after another, their boyfriends broke up with them publicly. You have to understand the social stigma here. All three of their boyfriends were ace members of the battle team. They in turn were the stars of their cheer squad. We have a cheer squad? Boy, do we. Nearly got stuck in their changing room. Right, Lee told me about that one. She rescued you, right? That's one interpretation of events, yes. Ahem. Sorry, carry on. So yes, I was saying social stigma. There are perfect pairs created out of perfect people. To break up, whatever occurred, it must have been tremendous. We, the student body, were left at nonplussed. I thought it said nonplussed. And wondering. Until, of course, everything became incredibly clear. Violets, or perhaps daisies or lilies. I don't remember which ex confessed to Melody. Clearly Melody had managed to seduce the three most popular girls' boyfriends away from them. Roxy really was really, Roxy? That's speculation, right? It's permissible. What? Is this because he called you pretty? I call you pretty too. Later, Falconer, please wrap it up. Well, whatever happened, Melody managed to break up the biggest couples in school in one fell swoop. High school level nonsense. What is this game about? You play as a protagonist and you go to a Pokemon Academy named Kobakon. And you're there for about a year. So it's just kind of like slice of life Pokemon anime. And that's pretty much it. You choose your types of Pokemon and all that. You collect, you kind of make your way through college life, I would say. And you just kind of enjoy the story. Granted, I get that like visual novels aren't like for everyone, but I really enjoy visual novels, so I've been playing this one and I've kind of like had my eye on this one for a while. It's not fully complete, but I still enjoy playing it. That it might be, but it was immensely entertaining, Roxy, if you would. I have not had much to add. There is only one thing I'm confident of. One thing I can say that requires no interpretation or imagination of bringing into truth. And no one further preamble. Melody is absolutely untouchable. For whatever reason, nothing any student, teacher, or even dean can Dean can do to affect her. We are regrettably amongst the powerless number. You're telling me even Dryad can't even repel or expel her? For one reason or another, no. I am all but certain that she could walk up to Dean Dryad, steal his Pokemon, and you would do nothing about, not even lift a finger against her. It's true. She gets away with everything. Some people think she's even blackmailing Dean Dryden somehow. I saw her today. She wasn't wearing her uniform. Amongst her least offensive infractions, and yet still one that aggravates for no reason. Well, Rayhan, I hope that I've made her veracity of Sonia's statements clear to you. I also heard that she was kicked out of school for being violent towards her classmates and even teachers. We cannot confirm that. Guess I should have just listened to you. Then, Sonny, it sounds like you were pretty right on the money. Thank you. As acting student council, we of course seek the success and happiness of all students. That being said, stay away from Melody. For your own safety, bros. In the way of perfect information, I can only act on the information that is immediately apparent, and the information that is capable in this circumstance is quite telling. Well, thanks for the news, but I won't spread it around, honestly. Not to worry about that. I follow your roto photos. No, you're a good guy. Happy birthday, by the way. It's your birthday, Rehan? Oh yeah, sorry, man. I was trying to keep that under wraps. Oh, sorry, bro. I believe that's our cue to depart. Please make it. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Please make it back to your dorms shortly. Curfew soon. Rihan, were you trying to hide your birthday? Rihan, were you trying to hide your birthday? Nothing serious. It's just, you know, you and us are enough. Besides, people send me gifts all the time. Give me stuff for free. Birthdays aren't so special. And I'm already older than most people here. I don't want to draw attention to it, right? You're hardly Opal's age, Rehan. Don't even try worrying about seeming old. You say that, but it's amazing how your demo drops off when you hit 25. Of course, got a few years till that, but I'm not in a hurry. Sorry, Rehan. Wish I knew it was your birthday. That day I've got you a gift. No, I'm fine, really. Just promise me a good battle sometime later with that Pikachu, and I'll say you're good for it. Sure. Right then, we should probably head back to our dorms, like Faulkner said. Right, see you later. You make your way back to your dorm, but we are the Ethan, Seymour Arego, back to bed. Blue's just sitting on the couch looking for Lonely Infernos and Logos. But what about my date? What happened? Hold on, I'm going back. I gotta go back. Oh, I gotta load. This is the wrong Pokemon. Then what was... Trailblaze. I think I gotta load. Gyro ball. Where is... Where was I supposed to... I gotta save. I'm not doing that again. Yes. Stay silent. Text logs where we Oh, I have a date tomorrow. Okay. Alright. Alright. Do. Do. Alright, now we're back at the dorm. You make your way back to the dorm, but weirdly, Yellow and Ethan seem to have already gone to bed. He was just sitting on the couch, looking for Lauren at the Inferno's Logos mat. Lee sitting on the other end of the couch seems to be trying to escape without being noticed. Hey, Blue. You're back. True. Guess Nanette's canceled? Guess so. Talk to your grandfather? Yeah, I talked to Gramps. I know how he works, so that's great. Are you gonna tell us? No, information is power. I might be able to surprise one of you two by beating you with it. Yeah, I probably would have expected that. Well, Aaron here is like really awkward, so I'm just gonna go to bed. You wait for wow, but Blue doesn't say anything anymore. Following Lee's lead, you go to bed. I'll text Hilbert. I just thought I'd text you how you're doing. I have run into the corner in my mission. The sword of justice is drawing near, closer to its target. No, I'm not being dramatic. Be quiet. You spend some time texting Hilbert before you fall asleep. Morning, Yo. Morning. do something new with your hair? Blue never notices. Okay. No, so you and Ethan weren't here for game night last night. That's 2 weeks. You missed it, right? Maybe Blue and Leaf actually had to do something in common. Yes, I went to bed early. I was watching the coordinator club meeting, and I went a bit too long, and I didn't want to risk leaving while Lisa was training the coordinators, in case she thought I was trying to escape. Actually gets pretty intense. Well, thank you for the like on the stream. Always appreciate it. Helps out with the algorithm. I appreciate you for coming in. But I didn't know you were interested in coordinating. I'm not. I just looking for something to do, I guess. Normally I spend my evenings with Blue, but since we're not talking, well, I wandered all over the school until I found the coordinators. Think you might try out? No, definitely not. They're not. They're also pretty and graceful and confident. I wouldn't much last a second in the ring with them. Besides, the outfits the coordinators wear, they're a bit much for me. I never know till you try. So the coordinator club holds its meetings on Mondays? Not usually, but Lisa's been holding a lot of extra meetings. There's a big contest coming up, or there's a big contest coming up, and Lisa wants to make sure the coordinator club puts on the best show they can. The contest was called, I think it was called Millennium Drop Water Festival. Bit of a mouthful, ain't it? Yeah, but they just call it Millennium Drop. Might be fun to watch. If you want, you can attend the coordinator club meeting. Lisa calls them almost every other day. If there's not one today, there should be one tomorrow. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you participate in any contest, buddy. Well, unless you want to, I guess. Who knows? I always said I was gonna be a Pokemon champion. Never specified what kind. Maybe I'm gonna be a contest champion. You don't have to laugh at me, Bolt. Homeroom passes on quickly with Oak seemingly serious and focused, hinting that the quiz coming on Thursday will involve effects and terrains. The only hiccup is Melody, who abruptly leaves 20 minutes before the end of class. Sam's lips tighten, but he otherwise doesn't react. Roxanne saw that no one can touch Melody. Does Sam already know that? Or has he not tried yet? Well, at least she was wearing her uniform this time. Alright. We don't really... Bolt's kind of like an exception to effects. I might just be Ice Dragon today. I think that's what's going on. I stayed up too late raiding last night. Raiding, are you a Viking? No, they live in Minnesota. Alright. Basic tutor. Me crying? Of course not, I wasn't. Whatever what do you think of that? I was just thinking about my son Gordy. He used to be such a good little munchkin. Oh, how I loved to squeeze his soft little cheeks and filling his tummy with all sorts of tasty snacks. I just can't imagine where the trouble started. I didn't mind him playing around with rock-type Pokemon and took everyone to the move deleter to keep it nice and harmless. I always drove it to school at lunchtime and to bring him hot foods and a big kiss from mommy to make sure his little friends thought he was the sweetest. I even had a nice long chat with Gordy's prom date to make sure she knew what a special boy he is. But now he left me too, and I hear the most terrible things about his gym. Even that it's she shudders. strict. What if he hurts somebody's feelings? The best way to teach a child is to snuggle them close. To keep them nice and safe as always. To keep them by your side. Melanie says the best cure to independence is a triple dose of snuggles and kisses. Classmate bonds increase. Your ice proficiency increases to 23.5. Which is why it is important to practice your ability to determine Pokemon's age at a glance. If you can tell how much experience your Pokemon has, you could figure out how hard your Pokemon will fight. But if you know how experienced the Pokemon is, you can figure out how much it'll fight, which might be more important. Ben, what's with the sad face? Oh, it's nothing big. No, sorry. I didn't want to disrupt or slow down the class or anything. I'm just really not getting into this. State your concern. Sure, I just don't get how knowing a Pokemon's age helps us know how to fight. Sorry, I get that it's the most basic part of what you're trying to explain. It's totally fine. I'm sure lots of people would appreciate a further explanation too. Agree. Yeah, I know I would. You hear a few murmurs of silence. I know what you're saying, but thanks. Thinking back to my battle with Bruno last Friday, did you notice anything in particular how we fought? Yeah, Instructor Bruno moved around the battlefield a lot more, and he uses Pokemon type advantage against you and Edmund. We kind of just stood there and sent out Pokemon real powerful moves. That's right, exactly. And Pokemon are the same way. Younger Pokemon usually attack more quickly and are less careful about spending their energy. Older Pokemon often prefer to line up precise, powerful attacks that are guaranteed to hit. These preferable battle styles and preferences are often categorized in groups called natures. Of course, there are many other factors besides age, personality, and age personality is a significant one. But one personality often changes with age. Anyway, does that help, Brendan? Totally. But I got another question though. Oh, that's what we're here for. How do we figure out the age of Pokemon? Like, they look all the same, don't they? Not necessarily. It takes an experienced eye, though. Not even Pokedexes are accurate, though, to determine the age at a glance. A lot of what you want to look for are the same sorts of things you'd look for Pokemon in human beings. Size indicator, graying, plumage or fur is a significant one. Scratching or chipping on teeth, horns, or scales. Oh, and for your Charmander fans out there, a lot of fire-type Pokemon expose their flames. On younger Pokemon, the flames tend to be larger and redder. The older Pokemon's yellow or smaller flames. Bug Pokemon don't tend to live as long, 10 to 30 years, depending on size. Though there are exceptions like Volcrona, which can easily live longer than humans. They don't always, though. Most mid-sized mammalian Pokemon like Herdier and Raichu live somewhere from 30 to 35 or 55 years. 30 to 50 years. Dragons can hit 100, often more. These are just generalizations, of course. It's worth noting that an unevolved Pokemon might be very old or be evolved Pokemon very young. Experience, capital E, is a measure of their abilities to use Pokemon energy. Poke energy, not life expectancy. All you think can be measure that is a calendar. Okay. Does this lifespan of a Pokemon change when it evolves? Like, yeah, like you said, Pikachu, Raichu can live up to 30 or 50 years. What about Pikachu? A friend told me Pikachu evolves into, evolves into Pikachu, then Raichu, but like Pichu's way smaller, right? Does that mean evolving it lets it live longer? Good thing evolution does not seem to change the lifespan of Pokemon. Though even a Bagon, for example, could live over 100 years even if it near evolves. Thank you, sir. It helps out a ton. Of course, there are some Pokemon where a visual assessment is not simply enough. Many ghost types do not ever visually change, nor do they age. Some steel types are similar, visually unchanging, though they do age. In cases like those, your best bet might be to just be size. Almost all Pokemon get bigger the age if they don't age. That's wild. Why do they get bigger if they do not age? Beats me. One of the professors probably knows though. Rather, we know this. It's because an unaging Pokemon's maturity is connected to their accumulative of Pokemon energy. Since they are gathering more energy, it effectively affects their bodies too. Many martial artists and Pokemon train their body to allow more energy to influence their body. But for Pokemon, it's a condition of their birth. Oh yeah, I think I heard about that one. Wasn't there a massive hunter causing trouble in Kanto? It was like 100 years old, right? Black Fog. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Black Fog, Chaldean City's darkest hour. Fortunately, the Pokemon's captured it and retained it and released. How'd they catch it? Massive Pokeball. Come again? We used a massive stone Pokeball. I have to hear the logistics again on that one. I cannot share that. The creation of such an artifact of immense power is a closely guarded secret. Agatha was the only one who knew exactly how it worked. Spoiler alert, you got me all excited over the idea of catching an enormous... Well, frankly, it's not sure why I don't want to catch, but the novelty of using such a massive Pokeball is something I'd like to try. Like those big balls in Galar that I think could Dynamax up to their entire garland of them at once. Excuse me. Hammerlock Gym's always open if you want to give it a fair shot. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. I cannot begin to name the reasons why that wouldn't work, but let's discuss this later. It's time for battles. Fair enough. Let's call them out. Edmund, today your opponent will be Callum. Good morning. Okay, let me just swap Pokemon real quick. I think that's good right there. There we go. Hey, how are you? Can't complain. My dorm has been extraordinarily busy recently with May, Brendan, and Serena, all preparing madly for the Pokemon contest. I'm afraid the name escapes me. I remember it was a mouthful though. The Millennium Drop. Oh yes, exactly. Sharp mind. Well, regardless of what it was called, my roommates are quite busy. I'm rather ashamed of my comparative interaction, if I may confess such a thing to you. It's completely fine to focus on your own studies and training. True, but I did have plans to join the student council, and didn't have a backup plan. My own foolishness, of course. Perhaps I'm still looking for my own niche. You gonna go to bed? Alright, Gator. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Anytime you been to or drop by, you know, I always appreciate it. Hope you have a good night too. Also, I thank you for whoever else gave a like on the stream. Always appreciate it. A whole 2 likes. That's amazing. Love to see it. You'll find it, man. I tried briefly tutoring Wally in our shared fighting and fairy electives, though perhaps my Copacabana calling might be as a teacher. Unfortunately, he seems uncomfortable around me. Not an ideal situation for roommates to be in. Well, I imagine that's enough gab. Let's proceed to our battle. I'd ask you to go easy on me, but frankly, my Blvk has been an absolute brat recently. Should require some correction. I'm not equipped to deliver it. Oh, Jesus, Callum, you really need your Blvk to under control. You are preaching to the choir, my dear Edmund. Fletchling. I'm sorry, Fletchling. Blizzard. Man. Draining Kiss. Halucha. Fighting Flying. My eyesight may be cooked here. Oh, never mind. I just know fighting types fuck up my ice comp. Phalanx, I'm sorry. Oh, it frozen. Or a beam. Boom. I'm not even surprised. Very well done, my friend. I want my battles to be fun and surprising. Tragically, it appears like we cannot get everything we want. Though you've a good start. On that note, thank you for the assistance of reprimanding my Blvk. All I did was knock her out. She's going to be exactly the same way once she gets her energy back, though. So you say, but I hope hope springs eternal. By the way, shouldn't your Blvk be a flotte by now? Oh geez, sorry, I didn't mean to say something wrong, like I was downing your ability or anything. No, it's alright, you're quite alright. She by all rights should be. She simply refuses to evolve as a sort of power play over me. What? That can't be right. I know that Pokemon are inherently good, but their actions really do seem to be, well, manipulative. Is a good, strong word, but it rather fits. I cannot imagine what more she wants. I've given her all my attention. Fair but effective training, the highest quality of food, but food and increasingly the last dregs of my sanity. I know a lot of Pokemon, but I never heard of them like this. I certainly did not expect this to be the sort of lady troubles I'd have to deal with, in all honesty. Stay strong, man. Jeez, is that the bell already? What's going on? Get out of here. As you walk into the cafeteria, you slowly notice a diverse group of students standing around the table, with not a so recognizable figure at the center of the table. Usually they don't look happy, well, except Dawn. with Phobes here, we absolutely cannot afford to put forth anything less than our absolute best. Our success as coordinators depends on our success in the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest. Which is why I need to call other meetings this evening. Oh yeah, this contest is really important, but what is Phobos? Phobos? Yeah, Phobos. What is what does Phobos being here have to do with that? He's one of the school's board members and one of the richest too. No wonder our tuition's going to go up. Oh wait, no wonder if our tuition's been going to him. Brandon and I were really hoping to get a break. Look, battlers don't just take things look, battlers don't take us seriously. They never have. There's a reason. The only reason where contests are actually popular is Hoenn, and it's just because they're invented there. If we want battlers to take us seriously, if we want the World Championship to someday hold some weight as a World Championship, then we need to be serious. I was going to go on a date though. There are more important things to do than go on dates, Clara. I've attended all these emergency meetings so far, but it's tiring, more so than I'm accustomed to handling. I'm not asking you to do more than you can do. I'm only asking you to do the most you can. I guess we have I guess we have to. None of us are going to walk away from the direct instructors by Lisa, anyway. But I still don't get why why that pompous blowhard Phobos was what that pompous Phobos has to do with this. Is it not apparent? Just tell us. Well, if he's a coordinator, we'll be inclined to assist. He'll be inclined to assist us monetarily. No. He may just want to. He didn't. He wouldn't want to do that if he turns out there's no amount of money that would make us shape, though. This is exactly the reason why we need to win the Millennium Jump Water Contest. Does she have to say the whole thing every time? To prove to Phobos that the Coordinators Club deserves just as much funding as the battle team. That'll never happen. That'll never happen. Kobokan battle team is legendary. Besides, they've got a Tamushi family bankrolling them now. Exactly, they don't need the school's funding. They can just reach into Tamushi's pockets and and I happen to know for a fact that Phobos isn't overly fond of the battle team. I'm sure we can get him to divert some funding, but only if we prove to him it's worth it. That is why I don't want a single non-Kobokan student to win non-Kobokan student in the winner's circle. And that's why we're having this emergency meeting after school today. Yes, Liz. Cheer up, guys. More practice just means we'll shine brighter when the contest happens. Seems like Dawn's the only one who doesn't mind the intense training. Yes, she's already used to the battle team, but this feels easier. The coordinator club eventually disperses. Right, I should probably find a table now. Oh wow, Edmund, I totally didn't notice you here. Hey. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that you're easy to miss. You're really not. I was just surprised, that's all. But that reminds me, I got really bad news. We're gonna have to postpone our date, okay? I figured. Nothing that can be done about it. Though Lisa's really serious about training you guys, huh? Just the way it is. I got something tomorrow, but how about we rain check until Thursday? Huh? Why would he need to delay it that long? Well, I mean... Oh, is it because of Leaf? Isn't it? I'm sorry. I know exactly what you're talking about. She's always dropping out of her commitments. We don't need to delay it more than a few hours. We can just meet up after the Coordinator Club meeting. I'll just meet you outside Relic Hall. Wouldn't that be after curfew, though? Yeah, but... Well, just between you and me, I heard a lot of shady stuff about Silver. Everyone in Poison class says he's got a gang that runs with that he runs with. And did you hear that? Hear when he cusses out Lance earlier this year? I think he's a nice guy, of course. But he's just a bit awkward. But he acts like a delinquent sometimes, and he and Grisha often meet up in a shady alley in the city. I can't imagine what they're doing, but, well, I'm pretty sure Grisha's giving Silver money for something. Silver's a good guy. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure it's nothing bad, as it looks. Your confidence in Silver is a resolve. Well, yeah, like I said, obviously he'll be a good night watchman, but that's only one, right? I guess that makes sense. Then where? Oh, I just had an idea. That's solely off the top of my head. But since you're here, would you like to come to me to today's Emergency Coordinator Club meeting? Not to do anything, I'm just asking you if you'd like to watch. It's just after classes, so... It's just after classes let out, so... I guess you wouldn't have any free time, but... watching Lisa's club meetings is a real... lifetime experience, you know? Yellow mentioned that she might want to watch that, too. Maybe if I go there, I'll run into her. On the other hand, I might want to do something else this evening, but... like Clara said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Besides, all other coordinators are going to be at the meeting. Fuck. What would I do? What would I do? Maybe hang out with, whoever it is. The Rihan. That's his name. But you know what? Oh, I have a possibility of meeting Yellow there. Sure, why not? Really awesome. I love how you think all my ideas are so good. Your support means a ton to me. That's a really admirable trait. Just another reason I like you. See you later then. See you later then. Where's she going? This is the cafeteria. Maybe she's eating in the garden again. Well, whatever. I'm in the mood for Trusculums. Yum. A famous table. Scheming table. What? Why is Bianca so low? We gotta fix that. We gotta go hang out with Bianca. Is it because I didn't go? Just join the conversation. Chat with the people at the lunch table. Okay. Well, that's 2. At least she's down to 5 now. -5 at the very least. How's Bolt doing? Same old. I'm trying to teach him how to play dead. Any luck? I got him to sleep on command. Debates have raged for years in the halls of the academy. What makes a strong Pokemon? A set of moves, combination type, a pure summary of statistics. Pretentious, self-aggrandizing circumstance, curriculum, quotient, whatever that word is. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Precisely the sort I despise. Statistical analysis have found dragons superior to all their Pokemon, but I digress. More important than raw strength is the ability to wield it and enhance it further. Dragon-type Pokemon do this through memorizing aerial displays. A dragon dance, some call it, but dance fails to capture the majesty and potency of the ritual. After using dragon dance, any dragon will fight more swiftly and with greater fervor. Its physical attacks will deal far more damage, while increasing speed will ensure it draws blood faster. Clear weighs the merits of dragon dance between sword dance. Your Pokemon proficiency increases to 21. And that's the end of our lecture. He really is making an effort. This was really one of the class's long lectures, but it's actually about modern, practical, and competitive battle strategies. I wonder if it could have helped, if it would have helped in my classes, or if it could have helped him in my classes and my classmates. A little bit, my fucking brain. If I said something earlier. You're all free to go. Enjoy your evenings. Sam Islinger's on Melody, who has been on her phone the entire class. Miss Melody? I'm texting. That's the issue. You should not be. Whatever. What is it? Thursday's tests will be extremely difficult. I recommend you pay attention to the lectures I give. I had Roland's class last year. I think it'll be fine. I don't know why I'm giving her such a deep graveled voice, but I just feel like she just doesn't care. I'm not sure if I can match a high pitched gravel. Kinda like what I want to give Flannery. Sam seems conflicted. He furrows his brow and rubs his head. I'll reach out to Sam. He seems like he needs it. Hey Sam. Lad? I don't believe I've had the opportunity to apologize yet for my teaching methods thus far. You don't need to. You knew this, I mean, it worked for me. You got me to memorize every single Pokemon's data, you know? No way we could have known so much. No way we could have known how much went into teaching. I believe I should have, though. I thought simply having the knowledge, then sharing it would be enough. But it seems I don't have the necessary. I don't necessarily even have the knowledge I thought I did. Immensely frustrating, and now there's this human element with a new troubled student. It was bad timing, huh? I didn't create the digital Pokedex on my first try, nor on my 13th. Persistence is all that requires of me now. Still, it's rather demoralizing to realize that that a field I thought I had mastered I hadn't really no proficiency at all in. I used to scoff at Dr. Katsura's insistence he studied the science of teaching before he came to a teacher. I imagined the man imagine his intellect was far past the need of such things. Foolish of me, in hindsight. Well, we're in a school. There's never a better place to learn new things. True, but I'd rather it's not at your expense. Sam. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. I should go meet with Clara, right? Where does the coordinator club normally meet up? Oh, you're going to the coordinator club to watch the meeting? Oh, I didn't realize I said that out loud. But yeah, that's the plan. That's great. It's about time we coordinators get a chance to show you battle team guys what's going on. We have a meeting in the contest coliseum. I'm in there now. If you'd like to come with me, sure. Let me just go and get changed real quick. Of course. Brent and I will meet you outside the relic hall since both our dorms are there. You got it. You back to your dorm and explain to Leaf and Ethan where you're going. Contest? Yeah. Contest? Yeah, sure. Have fun, I guess. Could you sound less enthusiastic? There's like two things that you can do with Pokemon, and that's a less interesting one. Get off my back. Ethan seems like to be in a bit of a grumpy mood, and you're probably thankful for the excuse to step out. Where are they? Hey, sorry we're late. We had a trouble finding my scrunchie. Could be fine. I wasn't here long. I just... just silence at their get-ups. Hey, Ray, hey, you ready to go, bro? Evan, are you alright? Your face is all flushed. You guys look amazing. Hey, thanks, bro. You too. From one bro to from one bro who puts in the work to look good to another. Respect. Thanks, Edmund. Do you like my contest outfit? Brand sewed it for me himself. I mean, I just used the pattern. I didn't create a design. May's dress is based on something Lisa wore earlier in her career, but I guess it's pretty good, huh? Don't require repairs all the time. Most contest outfits are built to be light, so they fall apart pretty often. I try to make outfits that bring out the best in the wearer, and don't require bucket loads of cash to keep it running. You're so practical, sweetheart. We're running a bit late though. And this will tear our heads off if we're not there in a position in time. I swear the only one I can keep up with her is Dawn. Well, this is especially Liz did it especially recruit her. Dawn's the entire reason we've got Liz in the first place. Well, Dawn and Callum anyway. And we're so grateful. I get that, but Liz said about needing to try harder and be taken seriously. That's in Battlers is real true. I see where she's coming from, honestly. Yeah, she's not wrong, just intense. Anyway, that's why we gotta hurry to the contest costume. Come on. Yeah, sure thing. Just one question. Where is it? What? Edmund, it's right behind the battle hall. It's not on the map. Edmund, can I see the map? Sure. Okay, you're right. It's not there, but, Brendan points at the big silver building that is the whole Honinians said it behind the battle hall. It's there, bro. I thought that was part of the city. A little bit, but the campus extends into the city for a few blocks. That map you have is pretty zoomed in. I've been here 2 months and I'm just learning this. Jeez, don't leave. I'll never hear the end of it. Oh crap, we gotta go, like, triple time. Run, babe, run, bro. Brennan may lead you to the familiar location first outside of the battle hall. Then the new location that outside the silver building that you must assume that's the battle contest, or the contest coliseum. Before pulling a sharp turn into the back of the building. To the back. It leads directly to the practice room, and Liz might not see us coming in this way. Directly? You didn't mention the hallway. It's just at the end of this. We're almost there, and we're too late. Hi, Edmund. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Edmund. I thought you about inviting you a while now, but well, I was worried you'd find it a bit boring, I guess. Oh, you actually came. I'm so glad. I hope you keep your eyes on me. Edmund, right? That's me. Why do I know you? I beat Dawn in the core clashes. Oh, that's right. Right, and there's that Pikachu, I remember now. Well, thank you for bringing my club members here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to step out for practice room for now, though. We're just about to discuss strategies for Millennium Water drop. And we don't want to let any secrets spill out. Totally fine. If you would like to watch a practice performance, you can head out to the open stage area. It's directly down the hall. Grish and Callum are there. I believe to cheer on Jasmine and I. Sounds like a plan. Sorry for interrupting everyone. Totally fine, bro. Thanks for running with us. We'll see you in a bit. And remember, it's a straight line down the hall. I don't think I'm gonna get lost, and I'm lost. That's where the exact moment I step off the mat Leaf gave me. Okay, I just need to retrace my steps, right? Let's just... You turn around, grab the door handle, leave the room, and you find yourself when strangely... did the lights just flicker? Let's get out of here, bud. Clunk. Wait, what? The door isn't opening. What's happening? Is it... Before we have time to panic too much, the door... panic too much, you twist the doorknob in the other direction, and it opens easily. No one saw that. You're cool? You're still cool. You leave the room. Ooh, creepy. Is anyone there? Why not? Also, hello Rescue, good to see you. Appreciate you hopping in the stream and chatting. Always appreciate it. Oh, phew, we're here. Found our way back to the hallway. Should just be at the end of the hall, May said, right? Let's go. Looks like the coordinators are already here. Yes, they arrived on stage about half an hour ago. What? No way, I left the practice room before them like 5 minutes ago. Oh, well, I'm not sure what laws of logic would allow that to be a possibility. I mean, yeah, obviously it's impossible, but... In any case, Serena informed me that you were coming here when the coordinators arrived. We suppose that you had some urgent business that dragged you away. No, I just got turned around and ended up in some ready room, but I swear it wasn't for like more than a couple minutes. I fully believe you. Perhaps it's just my own perception of time that's flawed. Callum quickly checks his phone. Whatever he saw did not seem to impress him, and he puts his phone back in his pocket. Well, whatever the case, it's not worth overthinking. Look, Grish is coming back. Oh, you showed up. Thought you skipped out. Grish's hand, he holds a couple of slushies. Sorry, Edmund. Only got two. Didn't know you'd be here. No, it's fine. My stomach feels a little weird anyway. Not sure I could drink anything right now. Grisha, where did you get those? Is someone running a store here? Only who'd you expect? I'm not sure. Business. Did someone say business? That's uncanny. I tried that 4 times every time, ever since the election. It works every time. I guess no one did. Seriously, how do you do that? You're like a ghost. You just phase into reality whenever there's a chance to make a buck. No, definitely not a ghost. But I appreciate the compliment. The only invisible hand is the free market. Well, I'm glad you're mortal. Pretty sure I just ran into a ghost or going crazy. got familiar history of psychosis. My grandpa thought we were still at war with Unova. Not a good sign. Wait, what? What do you mean you're pretty sure you ran into a ghost? Nothing really, I'm just joking. I got lost, found an empty room, empty-ready room. The lights flickered and I couldn't really figure out how the doorknob worked. It only took a couple minutes, but somehow I stayed up in there for like an hour. In this building? Yeah, just in the hallway down there. She seems really serious about this. Alright, well, if no one's in the mood to buy bullet in my pocket right now, I've got some other business management engagement to handle. See ya, stay thrifty. As Gardenia walks away, she pulls her phone out, and you didn't hear what she says into it, but you can make out one word: commission. Is she making something for someone? How bizarre. Cinnamons think they see spirits, gods, fairies, whatever type, around every corner. That's just a stereotype. Instructor Winonans? A devout arceist, and she's not a Sinonan. Instructor Winolan need to believe that the universe has some sort of plan to not have a nervous breakdown every 10 minutes. The conversation trails off as Grusha and Calum and you all turn your attention to the stage where coordinators are performing rigorous drills of segments of their performances. Hi, Edmund. Oh, hey, Yellow. Couldn't find something to do again? Guess not. Please sit with us. Thanks. I must confess, I said I'd come out here to support Serena, but I'm not quite certain what we're watching. Same, I don't think Paldea even has a contest league. I've seen Jatonian contests before. Jasmine's done those. And I come to watch them then. But Kobacon contests are different, aren't they? Yes, in Kobacon, instead of having 5 different contest tracks, there's only one kind of contest. Whether you try to appeal through showing off the toughness of your Pokemon or the beauty of their coolness. That's up to you, though. You don't need to stick. You don't need to stick to doing anything specific or appealing throughout the entire contest. Interesting. That's not how I thought contests, or that's not how it works in other regions, though, is it? Nope. Kobacon likes to be Kobacon likes to be contrarians like that. You use the stage trying to make out the performers. You can't hear anything that's being said, though it looks like a few of them are singing. I guess they didn't hook up their mics up, or didn't hook their mics up. Words. Pardon my ignorance, but they all seem to be performing simultaneously. Are these team-based contests then? No. 5 performers all perform simultaneously in Kobacon contests. They all fight for the stage or judges' attention, or they all fight for the judges' attention. But it's not really fighting because you can just get to the point for making your rivals' appeals look better. Fascinating. What a wonderful spirit of cooperation. Are we going to acknowledge that Venetia just appeared out of thin air? It's amazing what they can do with special effects nowadays, isn't it? You and Yellow share a look. There really is such a thing as too much and unflappable. Anyway, yes, so they'll all perform at the same time in this region. The performances of the trainers are considered just as important as those of the Pokemon. So every appeal has 2 parts of it. The performer's performance and then the Pokemon's move. Curious, seems there's some sort of science into this. It appears the human performer's appeal falls into 3 different categories. Audio is one of them. Singing and playing instruments. Physical appeals are important too. Dancing and acrobatics, perhaps even feats of strength could be considered. The third kind of appeals to prop-based appeals, or just props. These appeals use external factors like juggling, prosthetics, or pyrotechnics, or magic tricks. Oh, like those hidden wires just allowed to, like the hidden wires that just allowed Tia to fly. Yes, that's correct. So who's judging this thing? Oh, Kovakanian contests have 3 judges. I think what the fuck is that word? Instructress Fantania, I think that's how you say it, will be one of the judges for the Millennium Drop. It's pretty useful to see, pretty useful to know how the judges are ahead of time, so you can tailor your performance to them. Sensible, they'll be wanting to see specific kinds of appeal, won't they? Techniques that demonstrate your Pokemon's toughness might not go over well for a judge who's in the mood for a cute Pokemon display. Excuse me, my voice. I need to take a drink. I've been there before. I've been there. When I was still abroad, there'd be some judges you'd know were in a good mood. Nothing you did would squeeze it, or weren't in a good mood. Nothing you did would squeeze a point out of them. That's why you'd need to keep pushing an eye on which judges seem most excited. If you managed to push the judge over the edge, they'd award you a ton of points. Of course, after they were satisfied, they'd want to see something else, so you couldn't really rely on the same trick forever. Probably for the best, contest where one performance does the same thing over and over does rather sound dull. I could have lived with it. It sounds like it's the same for Pokemon contests as it is in snowboarding then. Once a judge awards a jackpot, they'll usually start looking for something else, though they become easier to get excited since they've been warmed up. You know a ton about these contests, Yellow. Are you sure you don't have any interest? I couldn't do it. I mean, if I was interested. The coordinators, everyone up on stage, they're so brave and beautiful. A moment passes Grusha, Callum, and you all lock eyes and communicate in a universal man language of eyebrow waggles. You're not in a slight agreement. You're beautiful too, Yellow. Yeah, thanks, but please don't say that. Of course. Como dices? We meant it. Oh, Yellow, you and the boys watch the contest with passive interest. You start to notice the little oddities, though. Perhaps 2 singers are singing a slightly different rhythm. May's dance steps are not perfectly coordinated, and she stumbles once or twice. After a while, Jasmine has to excuse herself from the stage and sit down in the front row as she recovers her breath. And Clara's sportswear clashes somewhat with the other coordinators' formal outfits. even with the additional of her mink coat. Meanwhile, Tia seems to be entirely unaware of the other performers, dancing to a tune she can only hear. Lysia dashes between the performers, providing advice, straightening outfits, providing guiding notes for their vocal performances. But she's clearly sweating. Only Dawn has a performance you could call flawless, but you can't help but feel that her performance is lacking something original. Of course, you don't recall ever seeing a Pokemon contest of any nature before, so you're not sure where the impression is coming from. Oh, that looks like it hurt. Should I? Oh no, she's okay. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, we're all thinking it. They're trying very hard, and we should be proud of them. Oh? What did you think? I was gonna say something else. Have more faith. I suppose Lisa has only had them for less than a month. There were a lot of coordinators who were part of the club before, who just joined as hobbyists. After you convinced Lisa to take over, the most of the club participants dropped out. There used to be about 40 of them, and now there are less than 40 of the members. Did I do something wrong by asking Lisa to teach? You did something you thought was right, that you thought would help people at the time. That's all anyone can really do. Note preoccupus. The only reason they're worrying about making a splash at the Millennium is because now there's actually a chance that they might before. Lisa, nah. Making a splash? I do more than ice puns. Anyway, like, what Yellow and Grisha said is right. You helped out the coordinators, the ones you want, the ones who wanted to work for it out anyway. I guess you might have upset a few hobbyists though. You gesture vaguely, but you gesture vaguely at the large building you're in. It seems like a bit of a waste for a school to have spent so much money on a club that doesn't get stuff done, though. I suppose there's some truth amongst your points. Thank you for your support, you two. Anytime. Looks like they're wrapping up. It's getting kind of late, so we should probably head back to the dorm, Edmund. You don't look excited. Come to think of it, Ethan was in a bad mood earlier as well. Did something happen between you two? Not between us. Yellow looks like Yellow's actually mad. I didn't think it was possible. I wonder what happened. Yes, let's. Grisha, what is it? What's she doing? Who? Oh. Watching the coordinators, it's not a crime. What are you doing here? I'm here to support Serena. Keeping an eye on Jasmine. Got it. Your girlfriend's dragged you here. Hold on now. You're kidding. Her and me. We're friends, nothing more. There's not even a potential for more. Can you see this? See that working? Really? There's so many reasons that's not happening. I mean, that's a very idea. Beggar's imagination. With a multitude of factors. Not happening ever. This is so effing high school. Fine, your friends who are girls but not girlfriends dragged you here. What about you, Blondie? I think they're just pretty. This is so sad. You're literally gonna make me cry. Right, I'm gonna go join the team. Be right back. Later, Edmund. Huh? Join the team. Join the team? What does she mean by that? And why does she ask why I'm here? You've grown far too comfortable being the most interesting person in every room. You're going to have to learn to realize that the occasional people wish to interact with each other without using you as a medium. If you keep living in my head, I'm gonna have to start charging you rent. He's fucking thinking about cheering. Meanwhile, backstage, you are fretting. Oh, okay, so we're Lisa. You are fretting over the rapid approach of the Millennium Drop contest. Phew. Great work, everyone. I'm really proud of you. I can definitely see the diamonds that you'll become. Thanks, Licia. I can't feel my legs. I can give you a massage when we back at the dorms. Thanks, sweetie. That British girl, Bren, takes this contest seriously, but it feels like it may just tag along for the ride. I hope I didn't have to give him a different training partner. Their raptor, their what? Their report's fantastic, but I'm not sure they're effective at training together. Too soft on each other. I think I lost my voice. I've never sung that long, not even at the theater. You might want to hold off your theater performances until the lead up of the water drop. Huh? Other people might see your performances and come up with a performance that totally overshadows you. Since you focus a lot on audio appeals, using Pokemon moves that draw attention away from audio-based performances could really mess with you. Yes, you've been focusing on training your voice, haven't you, Misty? As much as I can, but projecting my voice only works so much. I'll still never be louder than a sound-based move. A move that causes a massive explosion, a move that changes the weather, or a move that uses the wind in some way. All it takes is one guy with a vendetta against you and explode to completely drown out any chance of the judges noticing you. That's why it's important to practice routines. Simply physical moves that like biting, kicking, and punching and slicing moves are really easy and fast to execute. Even if someone tries to throw off your performance, you can stay focused if you're just doing simple routines like that. Such simple routines are not likely to be notable and impressive, though. No? No, but it's better than pulling off unimpressive technique flawlessly than fall on your face while trying to pull off a trickier one. Sign language. Same to you, Vanita. I still have no idea what she's saying. I don't have much time in interpreting for her, but I really don't see her having much success in the contest anyway. She doesn't pay attention to the other performers at all. Oh, also good to see you, Smith. Appreciate you dropping by anytime you can. Always appreciate it. Oh, but... Excuse me. Oh, that's her. Well, I guess I made a splash. Water pun. What? What's the deal? I don't bite. I've never seen this girl before, but it looks like my pupils are familiar with her in a not a good way. Alright, Liz, you can do this. You can get along with everybody. Build a bridge. Hi, I'm Licia, the coordinator club's advisor. We just finished practice, so I'm afraid the other club members need to get back to their dorms now, but is there something I can help you with? Yeah, I'd like to join. Okay, that wasn't on part of the script I was expecting. Okay, I'm not sure we're accepting any new members right now, but if you think you have a strong case, and you're not afraid to really work for it, I'll hear you out. Okay. I spent years mastering my singing technique. My breath control is precise, and my ratio is consistent of 5 to 6 oscillation per second. I can sing from G2 to C6 with perfect pitch and accuracy. I control dynamics flawlessly, a range from 30 to 90 decibels, and my mesomatic runs can execute 15 notes per second with precision in... oh fuck. I skipped that. With precision intonation. With perfect relative pitch, I can harmonize instantly, and my understanding of harmonic overtones adds measurable depths as confirmation by my spectrogram analysis. Finally, I've participated in every contest in the Orange Archipelago with a 75% win rate. That's every contest. The Tangelo Open, the Pecan Junior Cute and Beauty Contest, the Kino Memorial Festival, the Pummel Hamelin Unity Concert, the Handarian Island Orange Archipelago Grand Open, etc. And I was the Fallen Maiden for several years at the Shimoti Island Legend Festival, which is a big thing in Shimoti. Well, that's a very impressive resume. You use... you must be Melody then. I remember hearing about a young woman who was clearing the Archipelagos Contest League a couple years ago. I was, and I was a member of the Coordinator Club during 2003 and through 2004 school year. I never placed anywhere but first. That's a lie, I know. I don't know about all the other stuff. You said it, but I know that one's a lie. Why do you know? We take classes together. Bug. I hate bugs. I'm in a golden print swimsuit right now. Water, dumbass. Language. It's fine, I get it now. Red hair and and a hand-me-down contest outfit. You must be Misty. What was that supposed to mean? Apple isn't too far from its tree. I'm guessing you're the spitting image of your sisters. Although they were prettier, taller, and apparently smarter. Yo, shut up. Liz, you can't be serious and thinking that about bringing her onto the club, can you? She's the worst. Not the worst at contests. Besides, I'm not the one causing problems here. I'm qualified, practiced, and I'll win the Millennium Drop for you, Lisa. Phobes will give you a blank check that means a new round of outfits for everyone on the school's dime. You'd have the money to hold any contest you want right here in Kobacon. Build a new contest hall that isn't haunted but to hell and back. Want to make a world contest champion mean more? 10 billion would go a long way towards that. That's Tamushi level money. I know you won't leave it on the table. It's true that having Phobe's support would make my dreams of expanding the importance of the contest much easier. And truthfully, I think she probably would win Millennium Drop. Even now, her resume is legendary for such a young girl. Also, I appreciate the 3rd like on the stream. Always appreciate it. Helps out with the algorithm. Appreciate you also dropping by if I haven't said that already. Even though we're just playing Pokemon visual novel, I always appreciate it. But half my pupils are terrified of her, and the other half hate her. She makes a good point, but is it worth the drama? Of course, coordinators that thrive on drama. But is it worth that much? Having a difficulty side? Fine, expected. I respect you a lot, Lisa, but so I'm not gonna let you make a wrong decision. If you can't decide, check your phone. You have a voicemail to listen to it. That'll make your decision for you. Adios. See you in bug class, Misty. No way, this can't be real. I think I need to listen to that voicemail. Meanwhile, you are back in your dorm. Okay, we're back to Pro Tag. It's pretty late, right? Where did Clara say we were going to meet? Outside Relic Hall, right? Go back to your dorm where everything is still weirdly still and quiet. Thankfully, since the common area is empty, you're able to sneak out back with it without much trouble and make your way to the front of the Relic Hall. Sneaking out the dorm late at night, carefully not to step on the one loose tile near the entryway to avoid waking up your dorm mates. You quickly make your way to the Relic Hall, the front of Relic Hall, where you expect to find Clara. And find her you do. Whoa. Hi. So, what do you think? I'm not sure where to look, honestly. Oh, is it too much? It's very charming. Oh, you're so incredibly sweet. You know what, that admin. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh, there's a little club that we can go to in Speria. It's a great place to hang out late at night. I think Leaf mentioned that place once or twice. Huh, Leaf? Like, Leaf? Yeah. That's pretty, thought, imagining Leaf at this sort of place. What do you mean? Oh, you know, I mean, Leaf's not really very... Let's just say she couldn't really handle that sort of place. Is it a rough neighborhood? Is it safe for us to go there this late at night? Edmund, it's actually really scary. But I really want to take you somewhere special, so... Not just some boring Chalcedon restaurant you would go to any time. Will you protect me? Of course, don't worry about it. Great, don't worry. Are you gonna get changed then? Huh? That's what you're gonna wear too? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make myself look good during dates. If I'd known you were going to wear the same clothes you wear every day, I wouldn't have put in effort. That must be so embarrassing for you. Can you forgive me for caring so much? Yeah. Thank you so much, you're so sweet. And don't worry, you don't have to be embarrassed about anything. People will understand. The club's this way, follow me. I have a bad feeling. You 18? Yeah? The burly bouncer looks over you and Clara carefully. Cause no trouble. If you leave without buying at least 2 drinks, I'm checking your lids. Your IDs. What? You don't need to do that? I'll show you my ID now. You show the unpressed bouncer your ID. C18, no problem. And Wills, I recognize that name. You the boss's friend, huh? Oh, you're one of Silver's guys. Does he run the place? You ain't got nothing to do with it. You hear? Oh, okay. He seems pretty adamant. Maybe he doesn't want Silver to get in trouble for whatever they're doing here. You're too young for the full package, but you can come in inside and, you know, get some drinks, maybe dance. Just don't ask for anything anymore, alright? Alright, we get it. Now, come on, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. Cause no trouble. You step in the nightclub and find a booth to sit down in. Have you ever been here before? Not nearly cool enough for that. I think Leaf was planning to take me, yeah, at some point though. Are you sure? Well, not exactly, but she mentioned it a few times at the same time she was talking about us going to the city together. You know, you shouldn't take everything she says at face value. No, I know. She's really sarcastic. Not just that, though. She's a great friend, really. She's so smart and pretty and strong. But sometimes she makes promises she just forgets about them. Something that she says matters so much to her could just could just not matter the next day, you know? That doesn't sound like Leaf. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I didn't want to bring down the mood. Let's just forget about her. Get some drinks. The drinking age is in Cocon's 21, right? Oh, of course. What was I thinking? I'm sorry. In Galar it's 18, and I just got confused. I don't mind. Go ahead. Oh, it's no fun if I to drink alone. You won't make me feel lonely when you're right here, will you? Bruh, if I'm gonna get I don't know if I'm gonna get sloshed or not. That's the biggest fucking decision though right now. Fuck. Hold on. It's no fun to drink alone. Bruh, I have such a bad feel. I feel like she's gonna fucking rob my ass too if I fucking drink. No, I'm sorry. I gotta. No. That's alright. I understand that you don't want to take any risks. I won't judge you. I think it's really inspiring how you stick to your convictions, even when it might makes you seem less cool. Thanks. I find the way you don't get into peer pressure a bit sexy, actually. Ah, jeez. Yeah, you two going door or something, or just drink it out the air? I'll take a sombrero slice, please. That's a pretty fancy name. What about you? Just water for me. Got it too. Hey, thanks. That's enough. Whatever. So what's a lumbero slice? That's a really strong lager from the region just east of Galar. It's crystal clear, so you wouldn't know just from looking at it, but it's actually water. It's poisonous. Tastes completely different, though. Could I try a sip? What? No, that would be like an indirect kiss. Oh, right. I'm really shy, you know? Sorry. What the fuck? But, hey, how would a shy girl like you, know about this place anyway? Oh, well, I just kinda grew up around this place. In Galar, right? Yeah. I mean, yep, it is. What's with that slang, bro? I grew up in the Spike Mouth. It's a smaller town in Galar. Most people don't pay attention to it, especially after roads built built a roof over it and just to cut off the Corviknights lines. Anyway, it's a dark place where there isn't much to do except drink, battle, and sing. There isn't a lot of places like this. Sounds rough. The gym leader, Piers, tries to keep the spirits by holding concerts for us every week, but I guess he's only he's the only one allowed to sing. Even though he's the entire reason the Spike Month is dark shithole, because he's too much of a goddamn stubborn. He's too goddamn stubborn to just know what Rose wants. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't really understand the situation there, but it sounds rough. You really are sweet. I'm a bit confused, though. Rehan and Nessa wear Galar gym uniforms, right? And I've seen you wear one too. Does that mean you worked for Piers? Oh no, Piers trained dark types. I was a gym trainer for poison type gym in the minor league. Galar has a minor league? Yeah, that's what everyone says. The Galarian League seems complicated. How come you're not taking poison classes at Cobblcon then? Come to think of it, how come you're not at Cobblcon at all? Oh look, our drinks are here. Yeah, that's sus as fuck. Those just tosses your drinks down the counter, spills a few drops, and then stands there waiting expectantly. You pay up front. You pay up front. Yeah, I can't do gravel voice. Can you put it on our tab? No, and there's a mandatory 35% tip. Comes to 470. I have 10,800 right now. Sure. Well, I'm the guy, so you pay for the drinks. Heading to bed. All right. Good to see you, Rescue. Thank you for coming in. Always appreciate it. What a gentleman you are. All right, bottoms up. Clara quickly began drinking, and her cheeks take a red flush almost immediately. As for you, as you slowly sip your water, watching the other patrons. Hey, why aren't you looking at me? Just watching the club. Never been to a place like this before. You have pretty open, huh? Whatever, just look at me. We're on a date, right? You're dating me before anyone else. You know, it's super cool that you're here with me right now. I feel like I can tell you everything and anything. Clara looks forward provocatively. Wanna know a secret? Sure. I'm not wearing anything underneath. Oh. Oh, I can't believe you said that. Or I can't believe I said that. Why, my drink must be really strong. There's no way I'm going to remember anything that happened tonight. Anything you tell me. I already told you a really embarrassing secret, so would you tell me something about you yourself? Oh, since I won't remember anything anyway. Sorry, the only thing I could think of is the Phrenergy thing. I'm pretty much an open book besides that. Instructor Karen's actually got on my case about that. No secrets, you really are perfect then. That's no fun at all. Tell me something fun. Huh? Like what? Tell me who you got a crush on. A woman. Leaf. And be careful about her. She really doesn't mean the things she says about you, you know? Like, she'll say that she wants to go on a date, then it pushes it off for a month, hoping you'll forget about it. she'll say you're besties, and then she never mentions you to her friends, like with me. Oh, I mean, that's just what I've heard, personally. Actually, I like her a lot. No one, I guess. No one? That's so mean. Oh, so that means you're available? Well, we're dating right now, aren't we? Alright, so... Also, wow, you started up pretty quickly. What? No, I'm totally drunk right now. I'm so dizzy. It's so fucking dumb. But who says dating has anything to do with it? Who says dating has anything to do with it being available? Oh, you're so innocent. I like that. But I want to make you not. Huh? This place is really boring, right? Why don't we go back to campus? Sure thing, it's a good thing I didn't take a drink. I'd be worried about getting you back to your room without being seen. The way you are right now. Maybe the cold air will clear your head. Clear leads you with comments back to your campus, humming a little song. The crisp night air quickly sobers you up. You can tell your senses have almost entirely returned by the time you reach roll call. To the surprise, though, Claire keeps striding forward, walking past your dorm hall. Huh, I think I recognize that tune. Doesn't it come from, like, fast food commercial? Wait, where are we? Where are we going? Oh, are we going where I think we're going? Depends, Ori. If you think we're going somewhere fun. Somewhere fun? Wait, the pool. This isn't the students' pool, is this the... I guess you don't know about this place then, huh? No, I just established this. This pool is, private. Soundproof, and no one ever comes here except to do one thing. Battle? You know, that's not it. Ah, jeez, I mean... Claire, I'm already flattered, but we're moving pretty fast here, aren't we? I mean, I just met her yesterday. Why, you're being so serious, come on. We're just about to have fun. We don't need to make anything. We don't need to make anything. It doesn't need to mean anything. You suddenly become very aware of your own breathing. Sweat begins to form on your brow. Your hat betrays you keeping in the heat. Bro, what the fuck? Clara, you're drunk. But I got it. We gotta save. You at night, yes. I just keep it night. Clara, you're drunk. Oh, aren't you such a gentleman? I'm not, though. You were staggering the entire way back. Yeah, I'm fine now. So, the sobrino wears off that quickly. I'm not sure. Come on, Edmund, it's fine. I want this, okay? With you, now. I'm sorry, no. Why? Hey, it's nothing against you, it's just... I don't want to hear it, it's not you. It's, yeah, I've heard that 8 times. So she's struck out 8 times already by bringing guys here. Doing the same. Fine, I put on the sluttiest thing I could think of, basically threw myself at you all night, but I get it, you're classier than me or whatever. Just kidding, that's totally fine. I really love how you stick to your principles like that. Maybe just don't tell anyone about this. I don't want rumors to spread about, you know. Of course, I wouldn't dream of it. Thanksies. Holy shit, this is the craziest thing I think I've happened to me all year. And I'm counting the alien and the extinct Super Pikachu in that. Alright, you quickly make your way back to the dorm, avoiding that one loose tile, and sneak back into your bedroom. Though of course you cannot sleep a wink the entire, and end up staring at the ceiling for hours until the alarm goes off. You hear your heart shift as your feelings, or as your relationship with Clara evolves from crush to rejecter. Jesus Christ. Morning, Sleeping Beauty. Morning, Snoring Beauty. Morning, Snoring Beauty. Just wanted to let you know that we're still on track for this evening. Great. Do you need to keep updating me every day? Honestly, at this point, yeah. Like, I don't want to make excuses, like, but if one morning, if one more thing goes, I want like plenty of foreshadowing for me freaking out. You know, I should probably should have said this before. We could just like walk around for a bit. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, I know. I got excuses for all those other ideas, but it didn't work out. But I didn't really have an excuse for this one. For that one. You know, you and Ethan are kind of similar in that way. If something goes wrong in the morning, he feels like day is a wash. I tell him that that's not the case, of course, though. And now I'm telling you. Sometimes the most important part of running is just putting your shoes on. Maybe you don't hit a new personal best, and maybe you just cramped something 10 meters out the door. But you still did it. Just something to think about. Now come on, let's go to class. Loaf and me? I never really thought we'd have something like that before. Your understanding of Ethan increases, as does their understanding of each other. Homeroom passes eventfully. Sam keeps active eye on a thick book while teaching. A thick book while teaching. Though the front is covering in the thick duct tape, you recognize Sam's copy of Teaching for Geniuses. Okay, ice. Yes. Crap, didn't we have a quiz today? I'm so unprepared, man. Don't worry, you can borrow my notes. General studies. Sometimes your opponent's Pokemon just seems a bit tough to defeat. It's frustrating enough to bring you to tears, especially when your Pokemon has boosted their defense stats, and nothing seems to break through. But don't worry, my scrumptious gelatos. Mama Melanie has a trick up her sleeve. It's called a move called Frost Breath, which always lands a critical hit. Just imagine that. Critical hits do extra damage, but they just ignore your opponent's stat boost and drop your stats. They're a great way of breaking through nasty walls and get past raised defenses. Melanie points out that normally critical hit occurs less than 20% of the time. Classmate bonds increase. Your ice proficiency increased to 24.5. There we go. But spamming full restores won't make you champion no matter how many of them you have. Using healing items in battles in this week means a substitute for resilience. Or I used fucking Bruno. I used Alder's voice for Bruno. Fuck. It is what it is. Can't agree with. Can't say I agree, but there's a reasons not to. A full restore might buy your Pokemon a couple seconds of health, but since they need to so for you to apply the medicine, any confident opponent going to use the opening of to buff themselves so they can knock you out in one shot next time, which means you just move through $3,000 to give your opponent an opening. Adler, sir. All right, Gardenia. I actually want to talk to you about that. What was it you wanted to talk to me about? Common candies? All sales are final. But I have a question for you. You said that spamming full restores isn't a good idea because of the cost. But aren't champions like extremely wealthy or extremely well paid? I'm sorry for the right click. Oh, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm able to keep a pretty nice house in the Gray Natural Research Center where my daughter and grandson outlive. The Univern government makes sure that its champions are very well taken care of. Actually, every single year I was resigned, every year I was reigning, Congress would increase my salary as part of the defense budget. Don't know what they thought an old geezer like me could defend them from, but I couldn't even defend them from a single little girl. Okay, Univern champion, very well paid. Noted. What about Cantonian champion, Instructor Bruno? You know, you must know since you were kind of Lance. Lance is not a sort of man who shares his financial information. However, the Indigo Championship has the combination salaries of both the former Cantonian and Jotonian champions. One can assume that he is very well paid, though. Perhaps still not to the degree Adler is. I knew she was lying about being a teacher for the money. I think I heard, yeah, the Paladin champion gets $2,000 a month, I think. So $24K a year. What? That's so low. How do they not starve to death? Esperada. Paldea has many champions. 97 right now, and Paldea champion is a rank you attain, not a job title, not a job a single person has. Well, that's dumb. I can think of 97 people who might disagree with you. Anyway, we also have top champion La Premia, but she doesn't accept the allowance. It's tradition for the top champion not to. Alonso, this top champion is like your actual champion, and you got 97 Elite 4. Yes, and you need to beat them all in a row to challenge the champion. Insane. Rayhana is messing with you. What? He's a guy? To be fair, I don't blame him. I thought Grisha was a girl too at some point. Hey, besides back on track, please, what can you tell us about other Pokemon champion salaries? I even think Steven Stone abolished the championship pay because he became champion, though I heard the salary wasn't very big anyway. Of course, being the heir to Devon, he didn't need it. And Instructor Wallace was already filthy rich from endorsement to the contest. Surprises when he becomes champion. Do you know how much the champion of Sinnoh is paid? Oh no, I know that one. Cynthia's paid is paid 1.118 billion per year. Damn, 1.8 billion per year. Though this amount fluctuates based on the market conditions. What does she even do with all that money? No one knows. I studied the economics of Celestial Town and even the area north of Route 223. So I could figure it out that she was spending her money on investing in it. But as far as I can tell, she's neither got spending that. She's not spending that money at all, or does all her shopping online. Being fair, it's rather hard to imagine Cynthia walking into a Pokemart and asking to buy a handful of Pokeballs. Yeah, I guess. So what does your friend Leon spend on his money, Leon? I've seen those Gigantamax-sized checks they wheel out for him. Somehow he spends them even faster than he can get it. He helps the trainers in Galar most of the time. They'll just decide to buy an island or bankroll a new field of science. The Aether Foundation has 3 new wings named after him. Don't think he even knows how to pronounce Aether. Being fair, it's a bloody tough word. You could decide it would be pronounced double E. If it should be pronounced AA or maybe A. Sonny, this should be a daily reminder. You know, the smart one. Thanks, Ness. Alright, that's the point is every champion makes a comfortable living. Although, just to make sure I'm getting this right, Cynthia 1.1 billion is a lot. Yeah, of course. It's an absolute massive amount of money. Well, I guess I've gotta... I haven't gone shopping in a while. Wait, you didn't realize that was a ton of money? Just how wealthy is he? Let's move on to the battles now. We've talked a lot. MMP's Battles Arena today. Bonjour, Edmund. Hey. Oh, remember how I saw the Coordinator Club meeting yesterday? Yes, I was pleasantly surprised to see you suddenly appear in the practice room doorway with my teammates, but what about it? You look great. You're too kind. In truth, I think we're all quite nervous. Nicia's a woman who's very focused on her goals, much like I, but her goals are much more noble, and we all fear not helping her fulfill them. Oh, don't worry about that. I don't know I don't know much about a contest, but I thought you were awesome, really. Stylish and classy. A kind sentiment, but the judges will be individuals who do know a lot about contests. Guess I can't argue with that. The conversation about champions and our funding is quite interesting. It certainly puts a couple personal things in my life perspective. She's definitely surprised to hear how little some of the champions make. She definitely gives off upper class vibes though, even more than the other Chalcians. In any case, that is enough ruination for monetary matters for the present. Now shall we duel? Yeah, I think I'm gonna save it on that duel. Alright. We will continue back with the rest of the battle and the leaf date in the next one. In the meantime, I would like to appreciate anyone coming in. Oh, and I just fucking realized the 2 additional subs. That's amazing. I'm glad to see you enjoying us and are sticking around for our little sub goal that we got going on, and hopefully further into the future as the channel progresses. Always appreciate it. You know, whether you're joining as a new sub or old sub, always appreciate it. Always, also, I want to say again, appreciate the likes people have been dropping. If you haven't already, drop a like, please. I'd much appreciate it. Helps out with the algorithm, spreads it around. Heard a bit I'm not sure how much it is true because like the algorithm always changes, but the more likes you put at the end of the stream, it shows like how much people like appreciate or like the entirety of the stream. But that's like I think that's kind of like speculation and just grapevine talk. So anyway, I appreciate it. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna play the intro or the outro. I shall catch you all tomorrow for I guess like a normal variety stream. And yeah, always appreciate it. Bye.
Now I'm carrying dead weight, digging my own grave. I did it my own way. I'm buried alive with all the shit that I don't say. It's deeper than 6 feet, I'm barely alive. My apartment is a coffin that I'm carried inside. And I'm coughing cause I'm often off of various highs. Got me wondering, does anybody care if he dies? Yeah, it's getting hard for me to keep my head straight. Had a heavy heart, now I'm carrying dead weight. Digging my own grave, I did it my own way. I'm buried alive with all the shit that I don't say. It's deeper than 6 feet, I'm barely alive. My apartment is a coffin that I'm carried inside. And I'm coughing cause I'm often off of various highs. Got me wondering, does anybody care if he dies? Yeah, it's getting hard for me to keep my head straight. Had a heavy heart, now I'm carrying dead weight.